Yes, YouTube, what are we saying? So I've actually got somewhat of a different video today. So I want to talk about the 8 things you need to remove to become the best version of yourself. So a lot of people talk about what you need to do to hit 10K months or to be the best version of yourself, how many days you need to train in the gym, but no one talks about what you need to remove. And I guarantee you the things that you need to remove are more important than the things you actually do, because you can do all the things you like, but if you do these 8 things, it's going to hold you back. You're not going to achieve the goal. So here's 8 things you need to remove out of your life to become the best version of yourself. Before I get into this, what you must understand is if you look at some of these things and go, well, in moderation, well, yeah, you can have it in moderation, but this is to become the best version of yourself. To be the best version of you, you've got to be willing to do things that other people won't understand. Why don't you watch Netflix? Why don't you drink alcohol? Why don't you go out every weekend? You want to feel misunderstood by the majority of people, because if you are, you're most probably doing something right. So keep that in mind. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm fully against this. And it's something that I did for a very long time as a teenager, and that is smoking weed. So I smoke weed all the time. And there's a lot of people out there who say, well, weed, it helps me. It helps with my mental health. It helps with this and this and that. And if you are part of a small minority of people, yes, potentially. However, if you want to be at your best self, all weed is going to do is slow you down. It's going to make you lazy. It's going to make you not want to get your hair cut. Go out and eat that healthy food. Be productive. Why? Because you're going to walk around all day super fucking tired or stoned, and you're not going to be able to function properly. There is about 10% of people out there who can smoke it and can still function, but I still think they would perform better if they was completely sober. And that might trigger some of you. However, if it does, good, because it might show to me that you need to cut it out of your life. So the next one, again, like this is something that I'm still learning now. I still drink once every 2-3 months, but went out the other day and I'll tell you what, I had a good fucking night without alcohol. If you need to drink alcohol to have a good time, you have something seriously wrong with you. That shows to me you actually lack confidence. If you need alcohol to make you confident, that shows to me you're not confident in the first place, because true confidence comes when you're not under the influence. True confidence comes from being yourself around people without touching anything else. Alcohol, cut that out. Like that might be the hardest thing for a lot of you, because you might even still go out here and there, which again, like it's not going to hold you as much back. However, if you want to be your best self, cut it out completely. Video games. So just imagine this, right? A lot of men out there level up their own GTA character more than their actual self. Deep that. They level up their game character with all the good attributes, but when it comes down to their self, they're skinny fat, they lack confidence, they're not strong. And when you've put it that way, it sounds very fucking sad, because it is. When it does come down to leveling up yourself, yes, it's hard. Like, yes, it's hard in a video game, but that's the best bit about it, because it turns you into a leader. When you have these challenges that you face, you hit them head on and you become better from them. So video games, cut them out completely, because realistically, what are you going to get out of it? Nothing, unless you become a professional gamer. And if that's what you want to do, cool. Like that's what you want to do, that's going to be your job. But if you're just doing it on the side because you can, there's no fucking point. So 4th one, porn. Again, like this is a sensitive topic that not many people want to talk about. However, as soon as I cut this out completely, I felt like I got my competitive edge back, right? And it actually helps massively with my lust. If you don't know what lust means, it means when you constantly want to go out and shag women, right? When you watch a lot of that stuff, you are going to naturally sexualize a woman, which can be quite bad for you, because when you do that, you're going to be more likely to go into temptation for wanting to just mindlessly have sex with people. And to me, that is just going to slow you down, but also as well, it's going to destroy your brain for reality, because when you watch porn, it's completely different to what it is in real life. And I think for a lot of guys, they don't have that confidence. They don't want to talk to a girl because they go home, guess what, they just beat their meat all day. So they don't have that drive to talk to a girl. When I took it out completely, I now have my drive back, I have my competitive edge back, I'm confident, and you tend to have that like oomph about you to want to go out and speak to a girl. Why? Because you're not going home and you're not fucking jacking yourself off. So porn, take it out completely. And again, meaningless sex, like I talked about the porn, right? If you watch a lot of porn, you're more likely to actually go out and have meaningless sex, because you are creating more of a lustful brain, right? You're going to crave it more. And what I found for me after the first 2 weeks was harder. I craved it. Then after that, you get better with resisting your lust. And then you eventually realize meaningless sex is fucking pointless in the first place. And like, unless you want to marry a girl, unless you want to be in a relationship, like, yeah, okay, cool. That makes complete sense. But just think about the time that you had a one night stand, right? With whoever it is, if you have one. What have you got out of it? Apart from you've lost a bit of money, you've lost a bit of time, and it actually took you away from your goals. Like, I do think you have to have somewhat experience with girls, 100%. However, just having meaningless sex with random people because you're bored, all that's gonna do is hold you back, because number one, you're wasting your time. Number two, you're wasting your energy, and potentially number three, you're also wasting your finances, which you could put into something else. Negative friends. So this is a fucking big one, especially for a lot of you who watch this. And this is one of the hardest ones I tried taking out of my life, right? If you look at your friend, right? And you should look at him as a plus or minus sign. Is this person taking away from my life, or is this person adding on to my life? Because most probably, if they're taking away from your life, they're pulling you back. What you need to do is cut them fucking out. And this might sound fucking harsh. If it does, good, because majority of people right now are always going back into their bad habits. Why? Because of their friend group. And as soon as I stepped away from certain individuals, I stopped smoking weed, I barely drank alcohol, I started going to the gym more. I actually got myself back. Why? Because I stopped other people draining my own energy and about who I was to impress them. So negative friends, take them out completely. Netflix. It's actually going to be another very controversial one. But again, think about the time you watched a film, right? And maybe if you're with a girl, like, and it's your girlfriend, cool, whatever, right? That's all right, you're doing the stuff together. But if you're just sat about watching films all day, what are you going to get out of that? Absolutely nothing. So in my opinion, like, it's one of those ones where people say, well, in moderation. But again, I'm not talking about in moderation. I'm talking about being the best version of yourself. And since I've stopped watching films and since I've stopped giving a fuck about Netflix, it's given me more time to put into my work. And then the last one, a very controversial one again, is dating apps. Unless you truly find the love of your life on a dating app, which by the way, is very unlikely, then yeah, it would make sense. But for the majority of the time, again, all it's going to do is distract you from your actually most important task. Because what are you going to do? You go on a date with a girl, she's not going to be who she is, or she's not who she is on social media. Even if she was, if you're watching this video, you're probably not in the position to take care of her in the first place. So realistically, if you're not in the position you want to be, do you really think going on a dating app and taking care of the girl is the thing that you can do? Or is that something that you're going to have to put behind you, build yourself up first, build up your character, and then go on a dating app? But where a lot of you go wrong is that you go on dating apps, you let it distract you when you're not even in the position to take care of that girl in the first place. And even if you say, well, she doesn't need taken care of, it should be a fine line of she's a woman, like she does her womanly roles, and then you be the fucking man and you take care of her. And that's how a good relationship works. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I shall see you lot in a bit.